All right, this episode is sponsored by Himiway Bikes, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, some stuff I've got going on. There might be a little slowdown in video releases coming up. Hey, this is where my wife and I live half the year, Pine Island, Florida. And it got crushed by the recent hurricane. Yeah, it made landfall with winds about 150 miles an hour, about 5 miles from where I live. And then it sat there for 3 hours. So here's the aftermath aerial, and yeah, there's houses missing, there's houses without roofs, and all kinds of damage, wrecked everything. I do still have a home here, but I cannot get to it because the bridge to the island, the road accessing the bridge, is washed out, and there's no plan to fix it. But all right, so yeah, you might see a delay in video coming up. On a happier note, let's plug a couple stripers and. Yeah, in between, I'll show you that bike because that is beginning to be a trend for some surfcasters. So let's check that out. But and there's going to be a really quality fish at the end of this video. And yeah, fishing's been slow, but I got a couple good ones on this trip. So let's just watch. Savage Gear pencil popper on there. It's got to be more than 20. Yeah. Get him over this rock. Good. Oh yeah, that's a nice striper. That's well over 20. Oh, that's yeah. So I'm often asked about my surf belt. I just use dive belts. They're pretty inexpensive, but they're obviously really sturdy. They handle weight. They don't pop open. And then just slide things on there. And the three things I've got on there is a water bottle holder, and then of course the boga, because that's such an important tool. And yeah, I've got my stuff twisted up a little bit here, but the boga holder is from Turtle Cove Tackle, and then those are $40 pliers. They look nice, but it's nothing special there. And the plier holder also Turtle Cove Tackle, and yeah, I mean just some simple stuff, and it does the job. And good tools just makes things easier, a little bit safer too for unhooking fish. Yeah, all right, here's something new for me. I've got an e-bike for the beach, and this is just the second time I've taken it on the beach. And one of the important things is always like airing down the tires. So I actually have them at 15 pounds. The range on the tires is 5 to 30. 15 I think is a little probably on the upper end, but I wanted to test it. But hey, check out the track. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not sinking in. I rode down here just fine. Hey, just this morning I stuck this crate on there. The bike, so this is a Himiway Zebra, 750 watt, 4-inch tires. So it's got this very sturdy I don't know what you call it, rack kind of thing back here. So yeah, immediately I put a milk crate on there, of course a rod holder, and yeah, this is looking pretty interesting. These things have become very popular with surfcasters for accessing places that are difficult to access, whether through because of permitting situations or whatever. seasonal driving closures for four-wheel drives, and this is the way that, you know, people are getting around it. And so far, you know, I'm sure there are some municipalities that have an issue, but right now it's been pretty good. It's been that way for a couple of years. So yeah, I've got a rod on here. I'm gonna ride around a little bit just because I want to test this thing out. It's somewhat of an unknown to me, yeah, we'll see. And yeah, this is a Long Island Sound beach. This is not even what I consider the right beach to do this. This is really good for the ocean beach, because I know guys who, you know, put serious miles on these things on the ocean. But you know, this is close to my home, so I was able to ride down here and give this a shot. So I'm going to ride around a little bit and see what I can do. So this thing is very easy to use, and you know, I watched a couple videos on it, and the best way somebody described it was seamless, because you know, you can either ride it like a bike with no electric assist, or you know, some blend of pedaling and electric assist, or you know, you could just go pure pedaling, I mean pure power, but there's not really anything you need to do. I mean, basically yeah, okay, so I have it on automatic shut off, so let me bring it back to life here. So this number here, that's the speed. So if I click that up, you know, that's going to go faster and stuff. Honestly, riding around the neighborhood, I've been sitting on 1. In fact, when I get on it, I go to 0, which is like pure pedaling. But since I'm on the beach, I'm going to just actually put it at 1. Yeah, it's been very easy to use. This is a step through because, hey, I'm going to fish. I'm going to, you know, wear waders. You want to be able to step through it, make it easier to get on and off. And then, all right, so in this setting of 1, you know, if I pull this back a little, you know, it's just going to go. You know, it's not, and you know, I am just learning this. You know, so yeah, I'm not going to go fast at all, but it's really comfortable. I mean, I'm not, you know, I know it would ride better if I aired down more, but I actually rode this on the road for a mile to get here. So I didn't want to ride on the road at like, you know, 10 pounds of pressure or something. So I'm at 15, and it feels just fine. And you know, you can see it's going nice, and this is pretty cool. And yeah, this would definitely reduce some of the walks. Now, of course, in some places it's so rocky, there's no way you can use this thing. But you know, on ocean beaches, oh yeah, you know, this is huge. Okay, they say that the range on a charge on this on the road is 60 miles if you're not pedaling at all. And of course, you know, if you're doing some pedaling along with it, it's going to expand that range. And I've got a link to it in the video description, along with discount code Skinner50. And of course, you have to stay on top of, you know, beach driving regulations, but I can see a lot of just plain old on-the-road applications for this to help expand access. And hey, in the end, you can just ride it like a bike as well. You know, I know these things will go like 25 miles an hour on the beach. I just have no desire to do that at this point. But yeah, all right, so you can see my track. You know, I'm not really digging it up at all. I mean, it's got a very shallow footprint. Whoop. All right, a little spin there. And that is because, you know, I am not as aired down as I probably should be. And just, you know, pitch to the beach there, which is typical on the north shore of Long Island, especially the North Fork. So, but all right, the sun has gone below the horizon, and yep, definitely a good time for the bigger ones. And about an hour has passed since that last fish. I mean, it's really quiet. There is not much going on, but you don't need many when they're going to be as big as this one. And the rod's going to end up out of the frame on some of this because I've got to keep the rod up high. I've got a lot of rocks to big fish. It's going to want to get in those rocks. Serious fish. Yeah, he could be 30. He's got the tail depth pumps here. Yeah, that could be 30. Yeah, that's 30. Yeah. Gotta keep him high. Not easy. Come on. Line rubbing. Come on, high. That's a 30. Oh, come on. He knows every freaking rock is in his place. Oh yeah, I can see the areas where the line is. Okay, I got a rock right here. Just getting past this one, come on. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Oh, Yeah, you are a 30, aren't you? Alright, well, I don't care. Gotta get you back going again. Okay. Alright, my thoughts go out to all those people that just lost everything in that storm, and especially those who lost loved ones. I mean, people died in it. It was just a cruel storm. Alright, you can check out that e-bike. There's a link in the video description with a discount code, and I know it's not for everyone, but those are being used for a lot of things besides surf fishing. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out my online courses, saltstrong.com/Skinner. Alright, nice. Go on your way. Whew.